Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the next bit would be to use a character rather than pawn.
So I'll go to toilet real quick. Maybe you can create a new map or duplicate this one and delete the pawn and create a character instead.
I think the pawn's just spawned in as the default one. So I'll make a character and try and set that up. Set it as the.
Okay, I just figured it would be better to have a new map and keep
Yeah.
this one clean. Okay, I'll be right back.
Rename this map. Pawn. And character. Okay, so we're gonna go to the character control. Hey, Colwood. Oh, how charming as always. Games for all the kids. Oh, I'll pop back in. No problem. Not going to be a massively long stream. I need to go back to bed. I only managed to sleep 3 hours last night, which wasn't the optimum amount of sleep. Do the sleep, yeah, I know. I feel like I want to sleep. I want to just have a shower and clean and feel better. But yeah, what have you been up to, Colbert? Oh, okay. Let's do this. So we've now in our new map. Change our game state. Game mode override. Yeah, this is going to change it. We need to make it paper. Okay, so we're going to go in our blueprints folder. We're going to say, hey, I would like to make a character. That is a type of pawn. GP. You see it's got capsule collision. Before we had to kind of add everything in ourselves. This comes with stuff. Default. I'm going to change this to look at the BB character now. Good. And by default, if we press play, we have nothing. Nothing is spawned. Okay. You need to gather together and tuck you in and read. No, I just some nice seal noises and whale noises would be good, Pally. You came in Unreal and said, "Ooh, good on you." Okay, how's that gone for you so far? Let's go into our character then, and we need to set a few things. So the mesh we're going to use is going to be our this one T-pose. Arrow component is the way it's facing. Capture is there, right? I'm guessing this is forward. But are we going to have to rotate this round? 2 degrees, potentially. I swear I'm selecting the blue one, which should let me rotate around that way. What is going wrong with this? This. I did that the last. Don't worry. Okay, so we are probably going to bring the collision up, but we can't really do that. We're going to have to move the rest of it down, I feel.
Backity back.
Backity back. Back. This down.
The arrow component is so useful, right?
It's a directional one. Well, it made me rotate my mesh, so it might be useful. I'll have to see.
It is.
Okay, so we'll just go with that for now. Saved it, and then we can see we get a bunch of parameters based on that we get for free with the character as well. We'll have a look at those in a bit. The character movement component is the thing that kind of governs it most. And this will allow, there's a lot of stuff built in, whether they can walk up on floors of different heights, things along those lines. Carl, we're pretty good, got the network stuff set up, so you one of the main mechanics set up. Scene selection. What is the game? You sound like you're doing like a full game, but I don't know, have you actually got the game, or have you just made a template where players will join in? That stuff seems to be something that would come at the end, but I guess if you make a template that you could... Okay, so now we've got this character, we're going to see, try and do the same thing essentially, is it? We need to hook up the input events, but I think the input events are already set up.
So what happens when we play this?
My inputs don't get registered, and I'm kind of stuck in the head of my...
Yeah, we don't have a camera, right?
To abort. Oh. No, but it
We
should
don't...
let me abort. No, we don't. Well, I copied the level, but
we don't have the camera level blueprints scripts.
oh, they'll be there, but they won't be hooked up. Okay. Oh, maybe we don't have auto possess character. Can't even remember where that is. So I just told it to spawn one of these in, so it spawns it.
I'll also create a new level and play with it.
Just, hey, Apollyon, how you doing, man? FPS Splatoon game that's capture the flag. Paint you shoot in the ground does affects the players who walk onto them. Okay. So how long have you been doing this? Like quite a lot for when we just started. Or maybe it's just since I spoke. How often are you getting to work on it? Controller. Auto possess player. Okay. I'm in here. Doesn't sound accepted. So I guess we haven't told it to do anything with the inputs, right?
I
We
guess
haven't told
not.
it to
No.
move and jazz, but what also the camera? Let's get the camera sorted. Wondering why it's not doing this. Is it because the blending? Right camera. Oh, is it? Oh yeah, camera hasn't been set. That's what happened because we're in a new map. It didn't. It lost the reference to the camera. Yeah.
How did you create the character, by the way?
I just did a blueprint from character and then I changed the mesh.
Okay.
I'm a poor unemployed recent graduate. Oh, awesome, Colbert. Good on you for doing something useful and productive with your time, man. Very, very pleased to hear. Oh man, really? I'm in the opposite side of the spectrum today. Right, okay, so I'm guessing we would do some inputs like we did before. So, if we borrow some of these, but we're not going to add movement. We're going to use some of the character functions. Paste these in. Get rid of the stuff. Okay, so do we have references? Oh no, because we're already in the. When we move forward, let's get the character move component available to the move forward, move, pawn movement, character movement, add force. Or would we? Does it automatically consume the input vector? Maybe. Do we still do the same logic as before?
I don't know really. I remember I used some scripts from third-person controller.
Oh, so you looked at the a different project, is it? And yeah, Apollyon, we're doing it from a third-person controller thing. That could be. So what Brain's recommending, Epic. Shall we make a new project with the third-person controller and have a look at how they set theirs up?
Can't we import it using? Trying to do that, but I don't know how.
Find a way. Let me know. I'll just get on. Cool. Who's your interview with? What sort of role would it be? We're just gonna make a new project with game, and we're gonna go with this one. Next.
Content browser, add new, add feature or content pack.
Ah. As the import, did you?
Add new. You don't have that? No. So I clicked here.
Oh, there. Sorry, add new. I see. Yes.
So are we going to try it in Blueprint or C++?
I don't know. What did you have?
I don't know. What do you prefer?
Well, last time the idea was like we're doing Blueprint because they're quick, but then it ended up taking just as long.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in just having a look how it works in
Okay.
Blueprint.
I imported the C++ version.
Okay. I go to this and we go for the Blueprint one. I'll just have a look at that and then get on your. Or I can add. Yes, I think I've added it. Yeah. So in here we have our character and a game. Here we go. Yeah. So it does. I've seen this before. So add control. Gamepad in. All add controller. Controller is something that's just part of this character class. Right. Okay, and this is the actual movement, and we add movement in. That's the pawn, isn't that? Yeah, that's the same thing as we did before, right? So it just must the character component assume it. Go to our pawn. Add movement. Jump.
Um,
function. Hi, Palmer, the dog. Nice.
we need the turn inputs now.
So, oh yeah,
Uh,
because I guess we just have left. We just have movement, right?
the mouse axis,
Yeah. So input.
or you also want to use the gamepad. Maybe you can also bind those.
Yeah. So let's go. And I agree with you, Heffer. It is lack of experience. I am having lots of tanks of thoughts at the moment that I need to really focus on and stop wasting time playing games. Sorry, this project. And I think it's good practice to actually look at the existing projects and see how they hook things up as well. It's not a bad idea, is it? The templates may not be perfect for what you. Right, so we got. Oh, this has already
It's
been.
already added, right?
Say that again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's already added, right? That's what I guess.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It changed the ini file, I guess. So does that mean our old one won't work anymore?
Okay, so look, we have turn and turn rate. The turn is bind to mouse because like you don't have a rate, you immediately turn with mouse, and
Okay, based on the
with the
yeah, yeah,
yeah with the
PPI,
gamepad
isn't
you
it?
have a rate.
Which is how much on the stick you're pressing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds fine. My headphones are gonna die. Switch those over. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, we're back. Hey, little word. Dude. Okay, Borat. So yeah, it's added these, and yeah, so we got two different ones. There's a rate and there's a actual direct turn, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's what works with those. So based on that logic, though, I do think that our old pawn won't work anymore because that import is overridden.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it doesn't have input profiles here. That sucks.
still does work. Also having an error on here. Noticing we deal with that. And there's another one. Access now I'm trying to read the cached pawn. The transition.
29 months and I don't even have a stupid t-shirt.
No stupid t-shirt for you, sorry hats. You can have a jacket. Gotta imagine it, but you can have it. How you doing, Padan? Nice to see you.
So what's the error? Sorry.
In the transition, this cached pawn is not anything.
How come?
Have we done anything to set the cached pawn?
So in the begin play, in the event graph, you do this. Is it failing?
That's just going to print it on the screen, isn't it? It's
Yeah,
fine. We can
that's
do that
fine.
later.
Why not? Compile.
These just older ones? I don't.
Yeah, that's clear. But still, we cached it first, so.
Maybe it runs before the cache in play.
Maybe we should use another event instead of begin play.
Oh, like okay. Instead of this, another
Override
one.
something else. Yeah, why not?
Uh,
Yeah, initialize animation could be the solution.
yeah, better. Get that error now. So, yeah, no, they're the old one. Sweet.
Lovely.
Okay, sweet. Go back to our character then. That's what we're working. In other news, I had an internship for my retraining, doing some research and a bit of C# besides school. Ah, so yeah, what is your plan at the moment, Napoleon? With what you're doing? I know you started studying again, didn't you, last year and this year? Jam, how you doing today? Is one of you? Okay, so we now have a character who's T-posing. Doesn't move still, but that's because they're using the. If we add this character in instead, then we'll be able to move around. Change this to our third-person character. Now walk around in.
Unreal ways.
With the Unreal guy.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, so this guy, this one has like a landing animation as well, right? It'd be interesting how they went ahead and did. That could be mannequins. Animations. Jump, jump end, and jump loop. Yeah, same sort of thing. So they have a 1D blend space for running and walking, similar to what we had before. Okay. What else do we have? Oh wow.
Go.
Yeah, I had out of video memory trying to allocate a rendering resource.
Nice.
Please make sure your video card has the minimum required memory. Yeah, it crashed. Good. Good times. I mean, it did crash Discord as well, but it didn't crash OBS this time.
Wow, that's progress.
I mean, yeah. In August last year, it's a retraining to an IT specialist for application development. Give me more chances to get a proper job, even if not in games industry. Yeah, that'll help with money and all sorts, right?
Also, if you look at in the, do you have the third person camera? Not camera, character blueprint in the scene as well? Have you?
I don't know at the moment.
Okay. So they have the spring arm and the camera inside the character as well.
In a similar way to how we did it, is it?
Yeah, we the first way we tried.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, do you remember how fast it turned? Fun. What's wrong with the level? What level am I on? I'm not even on a level. Ugh. Okay. Right. I was just having a look at the animation. You can see they have exactly the same as we had. Brain is in
Yes.
air, not enter transition. Person jump start. So basically, when there's less than 1 second left on the,
Yeah.
oh, not 1 second, 1/10 of a second left on the start animation, it then transitions into the falling animation.
Makes sense.
Okay, and then they seem to be.
Yeah, it's the same way with it.
Yeah, they're setting the speed of.
Using the vector length. We did that as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's just this that was. Machine. Yeah. There you go. That's the sort of thing we were expecting.
Yep. Perfect.
Okie dokie. Right, so yeah, adding in the third person character was useful because it gave us a bit of a preset, and as saying, when we add in that blueprint, it does come with a camera behind it. Like
Yeah, if you like, you can edit this one as well.
like tweak it rather than
Mhm.
yeah. So as in like change the mesh even and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, what if our game mode is set?
We need the new game mode, I guess.
I just
new.
changed this to.
Okay. Yeah. But
Okay, so the. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Right, sorry, I know what you were just gonna say. It shouldn't be that. It should be third person.
and we don't need the camera actor in the scene.
Oh, well, this one.
Alright. Mm-hmm. But then we will have issues in the level blueprint as well. Okay.
So, you can move with the mouse separately. And move around as well.
Yes, nice.
Ah!
Oh no.
Oh. Why would we? Okay. So, what are we getting for free? We're adding this cat.
Do we have the animation blueprint set as well?
Oh, that's. I'm trying where it's set. Is it on
Mesh.
the mesh itself?
No, it's not set. BP character. So probably.
Oh. It's because you can't cast it to that type. I think that is what's happening.
Yeah, one problem is that, I guess.
Oh, no,
and
we're not
also
giving it that data, are we?
it's looking for wrong variables, etc.
First off, this is now going to be a third person pawn instead, right?
Yes.
So, Ed. From here.
Yeah, and bind the third person character. Okay. Wow. Okay. Third person. Cached third person character. Don't delete it. We'll use it later. So we don't have is grounded in that one. Check is in air instead. Does it have in air? No. So they had that thing in the animation blueprint instead, I believe.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we need to get the animation blueprint.
But we need it in the blueprint anyway, so we don't need to get the animation blueprint.
Oh, because that's where we are.
Yeah. Yeah, so we need to create something in there.
Create something in here. What? Sorry.
Like we were checking the animation blueprint of third person character.
Yes, that's what we want to look at, right?
And they have this event graph. Go look at the event graph. Yeah. So we need the same event graph in our animation blueprint, right? Yes, you clicked on event graph, then clicked back. Yeah, okay, this one. We need the same setup in ours.
It is falling on the movement component.
Yeah, the movement component provides is falling.
Could use that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to work out what the actual difference between this. This is just the animation for this person, right? And this is the animation for our character.
Yes.
Right, so we need to get our character.
No. I
No?
think in our event graph, we need to copy the event graph of third person blueprint.
The whole, like all of this.
Yes. Because this is just their blueprint. We're not using this one.
Go into the main event graph.
Yeah.
Thing that we just set up. Like.
Yeah, we don't need that thing. Maybe the one that we created. I don't know, but we can also keep it.
Okay, what is speed? Speed is just a setting speed. I don't think in speed variable down here.
Yeah, we need those variables, right? Yeah, perfect.
Sorry, people. I've not seen chat for far too long. How you doing there? MOA development. Nice to see you. Yeah, you've only been written 2 minutes. That's quite good. Sometimes it can be a good 10, 20 minutes. Sometimes. Thank you, Merlin, as well for greeting. And good day to you, Merlin. I hope you're doing well. Leveling up on your procrastination. It's a great skill to invest time into. Level up. Yeah, I'm doing fine. I'm very, very tired today, so my brain is not the most switched on. But this is the last week. This is the last week of a monthly game dev challenge that we have done, which was taking a character from designing it to modeling it to rigging it to animating it to getting it into game. And I'm doing highlights of each of the sessions on my Twitch channel if you ever wanted to go back over them. But I'm going to try and take some time at the start of next month then to compile the kind of highlights, or maybe do a summary from start to finish to try and consolidate the learning and put it into a more digestible format for anyone else who wanted to learn what we've learned how to. Yeah. Mower. Okay, to set the variables in the event graph and then use them later.
We also need is in air, right?
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing, isn't it, Apollyon? We are setting these in this at the start of it.
They have a question mark.
I really gotta question mark for a variable. Fine. Okay, so now that we've got those, when we go to our different...
I think this is why they don't want blueprints in C++ variables to be interchangeable. They just want to have spaces and question marks in their
punctuation.
blueprint variables.
I right-clicked on the grayed out variable, well, the one that says that it didn't exist anymore. Yeah, I think I needed to compile it first and let it have the issue. Thank you, Sabong, as well, for the host. Wonderful Welsh Gaming Network. Okay, so now we just want to whack this out instead. Are they in the air? This is opposite, so we just go straight into it. This then does break the old character, but it doesn't really matter. It's just for learn.
Yeah.
It's all just save that. Okay, let's go back. Go to the backwards way, and this is where we want to knock this one out. Oh no, we don't. Meh, meh. Bring in our question mark variable, our favorite type of variable.
And we should also change the idle walk run feeding the speed in.
Yes, so let's go back to this.
Yeah.
There we go. Instead of character speed, we're actually taking the speed now. We did an animation modifier before, which was just a way of speeding up the animation. We can keep that in, but we'll see.
Let's see.
I think we'll move faster based on the character defaults. I don't think. Okay, save, compile. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
The animation modifier is too high, or
Yeah, it doesn't quite have any.
are too low.
Yeah, we'll have a look what it is. So basically, because we're using keyboard input, the speed kind of ramps up very, very fast. Either 1 or 0 sort of thing on the W.
Yeah, actually, it's the keyboard input, I guess. The problem is,
Times the speed. Yeah, I don't
even smaller. The speed is low now.
Does it now never get to that? It never gets to
It
the
never
top.
runs.
Wow. That's running now, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think the other thing is we don't have the physics material as well on this character, which was helping because it was allowing a small amount of velocity. Also,
Okay.
I think we were using velocity rather than just pure. No, that's what they're doing here as well.
Yeah, maybe there's a acceleration setting that's
a
not
fit.
set yet. Maybe, I don't know.
Have a look. To a character then. Same place as speed. So it's probably character move. Max acceleration. Don't know, should we half it?
Try 500.
Oh, don't press compile.
La la.
Oh, my Discord. Oh yeah, it did.
I'm not showing anything anyways, don't worry about that.
Yeah, it just shows part of me and your conversation then. Thank you for telling me that. Here we go.
Yeah,
That's
it
better.
works.
Here we go. Right, okay. So
So I don't think the position of the camera is good. I mean, your head
yeah,
blocks the view, right?
yeah. I guess it depends on the.
So if we place not the camera but the camera boom a little higher.
I mean, it's always going to be a little bit funky with this. You can always rotate it down a bit.
Yeah, we need a little more zoomed out view maybe.
Did that not rotate? You not rotate it that way?
It won't affect because it's blind to mouse Y anyways.
Oh, yeah. You got a very good point. Okay, so we
Can
just
you
change the
increase the
arm.
target arm length?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't, I know you do, but I can't do those sort of numbers. There you go. Yeah. All right. We know our jump animation's balked, but we don't need to worry too much.
Okay, we got this working.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So I guess the what do you get with the just before we move on? Yes, is it just to see what you get kind of for free with the third person. Oh no, well, first off with using a character rather than just and then what the third person blueprint kind of got set up for it. So when you make one by default, I think it comes with a mesh and an arrow component and a capsule if you just make a character. They've gone ahead and added a camera boom to it. It comes with a character movement component. Sorry. So it'll come with those by default. So this one separately is added the camera in. And if we, some of the logic we got is it's just handling the inputs that are set up. So this is kind of what we did for our pawn. Same thing. The difference here is we needed to concern ourselves with a turn rate because we were changing the way we control it a little bit. So that's not really a character to pawn difference. What's interesting here is that they still use a add movement input, which is the same as pawn. You can see target is pawn, so it's a pawn function. They still do that, and the logic within the character movement will be consuming it. So that'll be in the CPP, the character class, that on ticket will probably consume the input vector and do something with it. The other thing is they have a jump class as well. It's not class, sorry, a function jump on the character. So we didn't have to add our velocity upwards. So we did that last time. I'm interested in seeing how they do that. Don't know if it's gonna. It should open my editor. It doesn't. So I don't even know if I've got any files for this though to have a project file out. So I guess we will sort this out now. Project viable Pose. No. Unreal. Pose. There we go. In here, we can open up a project file. We should probably generate project files. Bernard's favorite little activity. Merlin, how's your day gone, man? Oh. So I just wanted to have a little peep at two things in the character class. We want to have a look at the jump, and we want to see it where it consumes the input, just so we can see that what we tried recreating is exactly what's happening in here. It's not magic. It's just they've done it in the CPP and it does it for free for you, you know? Yeah, Cactus does come along fine, thank you, Littlewood. We're just kind of getting a glimpse at the way that you then hook it into the engine. To have a very nice working character controller is going to be something that's takes a lot of time. So we're not going too in depth, but still, yeah. Going good so far. Let me just...
it's weird.
Sure.
My screen is shared, right?
It wasn't last time.
Oh,
Actually, it's in a pop-up player. Yeah, no, it is shit.
okay. So we tried with yours and we couldn't find it, but like you look at this, right?
Yeah.
So when I right click on it, I have add socket.
Right.
And we couldn't find this option in your...
On my model.
skeleton.
What's the socket? What's the socket for?
So we create a socket, then we can, for example, we add a... Okay, let's close these. We add a static mesh inside the character.
Oh, is it for like a weapon sort of thing?
Mm-hmm.
And then can you choose where it sockets?
But no, it's not like this. I don't know.
So,
I did this in Bunners though.
okay.
Let me find out how to do it.
Yeah. There's a method missing in the player character. Use flamethrower. You also have to let her on the start of your function name. Uno, come on. I've been absolutely nothing. You've been doing absolutely nothing, and it feels great. Well, that's good to hear. I feel a bit guilty after a day of not really doing a great deal yesterday. Although I did social things, and then I went to bed for like 3 hours during the day because I had a bad headache. I had 3 headaches this week. I don't normally get headaches, so not sure what's happening. But okay. It wasn't drinking, no. I'll drink. Yeah, actually, so Merlin, this week I've bought a jug and I've been slicing lemons and filling it with 2 liters of water in the morning and getting through it. I've even made like a pact not to have like hot drinks before I finish the 2 liters. So I actually have been drinking a lot. That's the odd thing. Anyway, what was I looking at? I just want to open. Oh. I don't know where any of the. Just want to look at the classes, but when you don't have a file open, it doesn't let you just search. Just go into any of these. Now we can use. We want to look at our character CPP. First off, we want to look for a jump. We have can jump. Is jumping providing force. On jump definitions. So that's you can jump here. Press jump through jump hold time Well, this is the same sort of stuff we do in Unity, really, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Jump pressed. Okay, so this is going to be check jump input. If pressed jump is true, first bit of the jump. If this is the first jump and we're already falling, increment to jump can't come. Okay, I think that's just so you can't jump again in the air if you fall off. I don't know what. But I'm more interested in seeing how they do it. Like, what is the force that they do? Okay, do jump. That. Okay, here. Interesting. They set their movement mode to falling. And then they set their velocity Z axis to be the jump. Interesting. So they're just setting the velocity. And then then it'll get consumed, I guess. So then if we look through this class for consume, maybe it is part of the pawn class that it does it, actually. Because, oh no, this is character. Component. Yeah. Go. So we get our input vector by consuming it, and that just returns it and resets it as far as meant to. Yeah, it could be a few things. I mean, the headphones I'm wearing now are a bit broke, and the other headphones I wear are Bluetooth. So when I've been playing games, I don't use my Bluetooth ones because there's like a slight delay. It's quite significant. So that's bad for like shooting games, and that way sound is quite important. And then the other thing is, yeah, the other headphones have got a big over-ear headphones, and I haven't worn those for around half a year. So it could be a case of wearing those again. It's putting pressure on my head when wearing it, and that could have triggered it as well. Who knows? It could be the bright. It's been really nice weather over here as well. The brightness and screen glare and stuff, and many factors. Or stress, or staring at screens all day. Too big of a head that it just hurts constantly. Yeah, that's enough. See that. Okay. This is how it would. If we're not going to go and pass through it. This is all the stuff you get for free through using a character movement component. See that it's even got like replication to the server if you are in a client server kind of architecture. Oh, cool.
And I'm also checking the third person character CPP. It's also short and easy.
Okay, so they've actually got a class for it, is it? Oh yeah, because you did it, didn't you? You imported the CPP variant of it.
Yeah, you can do it as well. Like, it won't affect anything on your end, I guess.
I'm just gonna screen it.
Okay, yeah, right.
Just because I'll have to generate project files and.
So simply, this is the initialization.
I love the random sizes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. Do you notice anything weird here?
They don't make.
Straight.
There's no initializations of components and stuff like that. But when you say weird,
This is important. I use pawn control rotation is false.
Oh yes.
Camera does not rotate relative to the arm, spring arm.
Yeah.
But the spring arm has it enabled because it's rotating with the character, right?
Yes. Done. Rotate the arm based on the controller. Oh, pawn control rotation. Yeah. Yes, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Okay.
But then the
And
camera. Hang on. Why does the camera
sorry.
not though? Yeah, it's just because it's attached to the boom and it'll happen
Yeah.
anyway.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would overwrite Boom's other axis rotations, probably.
Right.
Okay. And here, this is also simple. It's satisfying both keyboard, mouse, and
Yes,
gamepad.
I'm familiar with that sort of pattern of the setting of the inputs. Yeah.
Turn rate, turn lookup rate.
Mm-hmm. Just binding them to those functions.
Mm-hmm. We don't need the VR bit here.
Yeah.
Touches.
Yeah.
Okay, turn rate. So there's a method called add controller yaw input.
Yeah, the blueprint was looking at this as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Delta seconds, rate, base turn rate. Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And lookup rate uses this axis.
Okay, yeah, same sort of thing. I'll see you soon, Merlin.
And forward, okay, this, I don't know how to use this bit, like F rotation matrix.
Yeah, that line I'm just going to trust work, I think. Oh, that was...
So it creates an F rotator and gets the control rotation. And it gets the yaw rotation. No. We have a rotation object. And we get the yaw of it.
Yes.
Okay. And we also feed this in here. It creates a matrix of the yaw rotation, probably.
Okay, so that first one is just getting it. For the second part is not used again.
Mm-hmm. And to get the rotation, direction.
Oh, it's on the
we
X.
did this. Yeah. The axis forward, probably.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So we get the forward direction and we apply this value. The movement
The
probably
value is what was passed in to move forward. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a speed.
The move forward is part of that. It's not part of character. Part of. It's not, is this a virtual? Out of interest, you jump to the header of move forward.
Sorry. Alt G.
No, okay, so this is literally just one. It's not in the character. It's just in the third-person character implementation that they've done. Okay.
Yeah, so we do the same thing for strafing, and we use Y instead of X.
Yes, so that's the 90-degree angle off of the facing direction, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. No, it's good to see, though, isn't it?
And we don't have...
What are you looking for?
Jump.
The jump is getting character.
Okay, use the character's jump. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right.
So I always used to think CPP looked really horrible with the class name : and then the functions, but it is really handy as well. I quite like it now.
I still don't like it. I mean, having colors for the classes are enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't know what else we need to check in this one.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine because I've got the character open as well for anything. Yeah, we've looked at the jump and they basically just have a. I mean, it's quite a big file. So it's a.
Because like they're satisfying a lot of situations. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
It's even checking if you're simulating physics or not. If you're simulating, you use this approach. If not, use this approach, kind of.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's good because you can see they got what almost 12,000 lines, and that's gonna include all the different permutations of character setups you'd probably use for, and networking based stuff as well. In terms of functions we got in here, we got network prediction stuff. Save.
Oh
yeah. So we got stuff about when you crouch and or you uncrouch. When you start swimming, when you step up. So this was the thing you could see one of the settings for in the character controller saying what is the step distance or something like that. So that's probably used in that.
Yeah, the character movement is also huge. If you look at the inspector,
The character movement. Let me have a look. Character movement component. Oh, was I in that already? Oh, I was.
yeah,
Yeah, I was accidentally. The character itself is actually smaller. Oh no, that's just the. Yeah, it is. The character is relatively small. Contrast. The movement component that I was looking at. Apologies.
Yeah, moment controller is huge. I mean,
yeah.
Even the inspector is very long.
Yeah. Indeed, Condini. We've made our own one last week, just using a pawn and trying to understand that. And I think there's a lot of gain to doing that, because realistically, you don't always read through and look what is happening in the actual pre-made stuff that's going on. And that means if you ever need to do custom stuff, or you want to, or you need to change things, or you need to debug things, your understanding of what's going on may not have the skills then to really debug efficiently. Yeah, I think it's very worthwhile.
Your editor is open, right?
What is it? Yeah.
Can you go to scene and try adding, creating a staircase?
Yeah. Sure. I don't know.
Blocks, cubes, maybe. So I want to test the step height thing.
Yeah.
And we can even try it with only one block. So does it automatically step on it?
All right. Okay.
No.
Okay. No, but they're quite high. Let's have a look at the settings that can change that. Indeed, Quindini. So what sort of experience do you have with Unreal? So we go into our third person character. We want to look at the character movement. We want to look at step, probably. Max step height 45. How high is this? Else.
You're in world settings.
Thank you. It's
50.
Is it?
It says 50.
No, that's the location.
Okay, then
It's 3 times. It's whatever the unit was. Whatever it was by default, which I don't know. That's it. Okay, that's fine. Let's just take it up rather than trying to. So if we say, hey, you can go 100. On that and go again. There we go. See that they do step now. Have that weird bit where the cat, because it's the capsule, right?
yeah.
Show collision. Okay, cool. So that's one thing that's built into that, and that is going to be using that step. Yeah. And step up. the hit coming in. Pause this in the first place. Got an overload of step up here as well. So we have gravity, direction. All going to, for the sake of sanity, we won't go through it, but it's quite, you can see how much goes into it at least, right?
Yeah.
100 Unreal units, 100 centimeters. So that means that I was going 325 centimeters. I don't know if that step up of 50 would still not. That was true. I'm not too sure how. Wide variety of stuff in UE for the last 2 to 4 years, mostly in Blueprint. Now CPP with UE for the past month or so. Oh, awesome, dude. Yeah, I've been doing it for a year and a bit now, actually. Yeah, a year and 4 or 5 months. But I mostly work mainly just in code rather than doing too much in edit. Okay, that's pretty cool then.
Okay, we're done with the challenge.
Yeah, I mean, we are pretty much, we have gone through pretty much everything that we set out to do initially. Let's get that initial list up that we set out at the start. So,
We didn't do C++ communications with the animation thing, but that's really easy. I mean, you just cache the animation instance and cast it to whatever your animation class is.
right, yeah, and then you can go ahead and change the variables in there, is it?
Or like call a function, call a method in it.
Yeah, so you have to make that animation class in CPP first, right? So that you
like,
can access it. Yeah.
and have a like a Blueprint implementable event, and call it, and it takes care of it in Blueprint again.
Yeah, because you could even have that, even if it was in Blue. No, ignore me. It'd have to still originate from a base class. But yeah. I think that makes sense to me as well. What you're saying. It's just a case of getting access to that animation. Is I guess that's the step. If you, because you've done it in Blueprint now, we can see that's the asset type. That's what is used for it. And so when you're coding it, you have a bit more of a direction to go, rather than just not being sure at all.